Should you go with the Sony WF-C500, or should you spend a little more and go with the WF-C700? There are some slight differences between the two, which we'll cover here in this video. Now, as far as design, both the case and the earbuds are pretty much identical. However, the C700 are just a tad bit smaller. And for those of you with smaller ears, much like myself, it does make a difference in terms of the fit. Both earbuds give me a secure fit. However, if I had to choose only one based on fit alone, it would be the C700. The slightly smaller footprint makes them feel a tad more secure. Now, both earbuds are using physical button controls opposed to touch sensitive controls, and they're extremely easy to use. They're very tactile and very responsive, which means you're not just jamming the earbuds into your ear whenever you feel like changing songs. Speaking of changing songs, you do get access to all of your playback controls with the C500. So you're able to play and pause, you're able to skip tracks forward as well as backward, as well as adjust your volume. Now, there is a reason for that, and that's because the C500 don't have active noise cancellation. So that's an entire set of controls removed from the equation. The C700 do have active noise cancellation as well as ambient mode. So when it comes to the controls, you have to go into the Sony app and choose between playback controls, volume controls, and ambient sound control. However, Sony does mention on their website that the C700 will get a firmware update in the future that will allow you to control everything at once. So when it comes to Bluetooth connection, the C500 are running Bluetooth 5.0, whereas the C700 are running Bluetooth 5.2. But the biggest difference is that the C700 support multi-point connection, which means you can connect them to two devices at the exact same time. However, as of recording this video, the multi-point feature isn't exactly available. That's another feature coming through a firmware update in the future. So you will have to be patient to get the full experience with the C700. In terms of audio codecs, both earbuds are running your standard SBC and AAC, so unfortunately, no high-res options. As far as battery life, you're getting the exact same numbers with around 10 hours on a single charge and 20 hours total once you factor in the charging cases. Now with the C700, with active noise cancellation turned on, that number drops down to around 7.5 hours on a single charge and about 15 hours total once you factor in the case. Both earbuds have an IPX4 rating, so no difference in terms of water resistance if you're thinking about grabbing one of these for the gym. So let's go ahead and talk sound quality. So in my opinion, these two earbuds have the punchiest sound out of Sony's entire lineup. So you're definitely getting some nice pronounced bass. In terms of the lower frequencies, I wouldn't really say that one of these outperforms the other. They sound pretty much even. They also have custom EQ thanks to the Sony app. So if you prefer to scale the bass back and go for a more neutral sound, you definitely have that option either way you go. I feel like the C700 separate themselves when it comes to the higher frequencies, especially at higher volumes. They seem to have better separation between the bass and the treble, and overall the treble just sounds a tad bit cleaner compared to the C500. So based on sound quality alone, I would definitely recommend the C700. Now let's go ahead and talk active noise cancellation. So this one's pretty straightforward because the C700 have it and the C500 don't. But I do want to mention that the C500 do provide a good amount of passive noise cancellation. So even though they don't have active noise cancellation, they still manage to block out a good amount of noise. Like I said earlier, the C700 have ambient mode as well, which allows you to hear your surroundings while wearing the earbuds. And with the C500, that's simply not an option. So when it comes to microphone performance, the two are actually pretty comparable. But as always, I'll let you guys be the judge. All right, so right now, what you're listening to is a microphone test of the Sony WF-C700N. So should give you a general idea as to how you would sound. if you decide to use these for a phone call. So now we have the Sony WF-C500 microphone test, same outdoor environment. So this should give you a general idea as to how you would sound if you decide to use these for a phone call. So for me, the fact that the C700 give me a slightly better fit, have better sound quality, and active noise cancellation is enough for me to pick them over the C500. So that covers it for today's video. Hopefully you found it to be helpful, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.